And welcome back. You know, you may have heard folks talk about the weight gain they had during the pandemic, but what many of us struggle with doesn't compare to what those with eating disorders deal with every day, pandemic or no. Forest View Hospital is dedicated to battling this disorder, and Tori Terravest joins us this morning to discuss how they help. Good morning.
Morning. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Thanks for being here. Can you tell us how prevalent eating disorders are? What are the numbers?
So the numbers kind of vary because a lot of people don't actually come out and say that they have an eating disorder, but they're saying that it's at least 9% of the population worldwide that's struggling with this disorder, whether it's anorexia, bulimia, binge eating disorder, and all of the other types of eating disorders there are out there.
And many people made 9%, still quite a big number. You're talking almost 1 out of 10 people here. Many people hear this and might think, well, it's kind of a minor issue, but how dangerous can these eating disorders be?
Eating disorders are very dangerous. I mean, the mortality rate is very high. It's the most deadly mental illness, second only to opioid overdose. And so it really is shocking when you hear it's only 9% of the population that's struggling with this.
Oh my goodness, Tori, could you repeat that about the opioid? What that stat one more time?
So it's the most deadly mental illness, second only to opioid overdose.
That's it's a shocking statistic. So what if someone we know may be struggling with this? How do you know? What are the signs of someone with an eating disorder?
So you might start to notice that your loved ones, people in your life, are becoming more preoccupied with their weight or with the types of food they're eating. They might start dieting quite frequently, cutting out different types of food, becoming more nervous in social situations that involve food. They might start isolating away from people that they love, starting to maybe check their body in mirrors more, weighing themselves more frequently. And so if you really just start to notice an overall just kind of preoccupation with their weight, size, or food, that might be a good warning sign that they're struggling.
And a lot of times this isn't something that the people struggling with this disorder need. I mean, it all comes down to body image, right? Explain that.
So for many people, when we hear body image, we just think, oh, I don't like the way I look. I want to be skinnier. I want to gain more muscle. And sometimes that is the case, but other times as well, it's just a dissatisfaction in the way that we're feeling in our body, wanting to feel smaller in order to have more control, or to just have these expectations of just feeling disconnected from our bodies. And so really it's that overall feeling and emotions that we have towards our body that they're struggling with.
Well, Tori, the good news is Forest View Hospital has that dedicated eating disorder treatment program, which is wonderful, dedicated just to this issue. Really quickly, can you tell us how people can get involved, or if they know of someone, what they can do to help and reach out to you guys?
So we are always open. We're 24 hours for our referrals. And if you refer someone here or you encourage someone to get help to come through our doors, we do have different levels of care. We have our partial hospitalization program as well as our inpatient hospitalization program. So someone might not be at a level where they need a more intensive treatment, and we can serve them at that lower level of care in our partial. But sometimes people need a little bit more care, and they can come to our safe facility where we can try to meet all of their needs, whether it's nutrition, body image, shame they may be feeling towards food, or overall just anxiety and depression related to what they're struggling with.
Tori, thank you so much for that valuable information and for the help that you guys offer at Forest View Hospital. Again, don't discount this disorder. It affects a lot of people, and as you heard, the fatality rate's really, really high. So let's get the people that need the help they need. 1-800-949-8439 to get in contact with Forest View Hospital. Thanks again, Tori.